So Southern Africa has incredible lizard diversity with over 500 described species, but we're constantly figuring out that there are actually more. And the Trachylepis variegata group is a group of closely related lizard species distributed throughout Southern Africa, and they look like that up there. And traditionally, researchers have recognized two widespread species in this group: Trachylepis variegata, or the variegated skink, which is in the brown range, and then the speckled skink, which is everything in green. But researchers recently found out that the speckled skinks located south of that river, the Kunini River, might represent a distinct species called Trachylepis treebneri, which I'll call treebneri. And so these researchers unfortunately didn't have enough evidence to confirm this designation, and so part of my master's research is figuring out if treebneri truly is a distinct species. Now, to do this, I actually traveled to Africa, and I collected as many of these lizards as possible, and I extracted their DNA, and I'm combining that DNA with the DNA from lizards collected over the past 30 years or so. I'm incorporating that into an evolutionary tree like that called a phylogeny. And if treebneri is a distinct species, the specimens belonging to this group should occupy their own branch of this tree. Now, if treebneri is a distinct species, it also begs the question, what led treebneri to split from the speckled skink? Right now, it appears that the groups are completely separated by that river up there, the Kunini River. And it could be that when this river formed, it actually split an ancestral population, leading to the two modern lineages on either side. And to test this, in Namibia, I photographed hundreds of museum specimens, and I'm identifying them to species level to figure out, are they treebneri, are they the variegated skink, the speckled skink, and I'm plotting all of their locations on that map. And I'll be able to see if all of the speckled skinks are located north of the river, whereas all of the treebneri specimens are located south of the river, lending support to this hypothesis. I'm also looking at the timing of this evolutionary split to see if it is concordant with the timing of the river's formation. Another interesting question relates to the variegated skink in brown and treebneri, which in that middle country, which is Namibia, share a large range boundary. Now, they're really closely related, but they don't overlap or share genetic information, suggesting a barrier may be present. And I think this barrier may be environmental, because that map up there shows a rainfall gradient in Namibia, with light areas showing areas of low rainfall and dark areas showing areas of high rainfall. It could be that the variegated skink is adapted to these dry areas, and treebneri is adapted to these wet areas, and these differential adaptations prevent contact. Now, I don't have any hard data on that to show you right now, but I have preliminary evidence to suggest that treebneri is a distinct species, and I'm excited to see what the results of the environmental analysis show me, which I'll be using ecological niche modeling for. And I'm also excited to see what my results are in regards to the Kunini River. Thank you.